My name is Elaine Rexdale, and I live in Rock Island, Illinois, where I was born and raised. I went to New York City and spent most of my time there, about 35 years in early childhood education. I met a lot of people there that influenced my art, and finally came back home. The work that's going to be on this exhibit here is a series of paintings that depict different people in different situations. For example, the beauty shop, the dentist office. They are mixed up with characters that happen to be animals, so that I hope that the paintings have a whimsical feeling, bright and colorful, so that when the person walks away, that they feel pretty good. Also, I've incorporated animals into the work because I want to have an inclusive feeling in my work. Some of my paintings are going to have people that have a cast on their arm, or that are missing a limb, or in a wheelchair. So I want everything to be more like the world, but in a colorful way. Actually, I think inspiration finds me. I find myself frequently just doodling and creating characters that I keep in a little notebook. But there'll be some phrase or some person's comment or something that I see that says to me, oh, that would be a really nice painting. And then from there I go and add to that, you know, what else would go with that? What else is needed for that painting? So it kind of finds me. Sometimes I'll go for 2 or 3 weeks and nothing hits me. But in the meantime, I'm drawing and continuing my work, but sometimes you just have to wait on it. Most of my early childhood education took me to working in child care centers and elementary schools. And there I really became associated with children and as they saw the world, which frequently surprised me, their colorful way and the importance that they placed on things. When I was in New York, I was around many different ethnic groups, and so they saw things very differently and they depicted them differently, and that's where all of the color comes in for me. And that was really a big influence for me, I think. When the viewer looks at my painting, the first thing, I see it on 2 levels. The first is the color and the composition. So I want them to kind of see the balance and the interplay between the color and the composition. The next thing I want them to see are the characters, because if they're able to spend a bit of time, they'll see that, I hope, that each character has some purpose, some interaction with another character. There's a narrative going on. So if you visit the beauty shop and the painting, you're going to see all kinds of activity going on, and I hope you're going to be able to at least at some point say, oh yeah, I've met that person, or I know what that's like. The same with the dentist. Lots of characters in that piece. Some have bound up abscess tooth, another is in the chair just waiting to be taken care of. So I think everybody would be able to find something in that painting that they can connect with. But in the end, I hope the color overtakes any negative feeling they might have, and they just kind of get a chuckle out of it. I like to use text to focus the viewer. So for example, there is one painting that's called See Me, and that has people who are disabled. And in a sense, that is a political statement, because they can think about how you want to view people. And other texts might be there just to fill in the space design-wise. For example, there's one that's about oil, the oil field. And I needed something to fill in the background, and so I used the letters to create a pattern on the base of it. So it could be both. It could be political in nature, or it could just be part of the design that I want people to see. If they look closely, they'll see. I do use text in my paintings. One that I'm thinking of right now is the painting called See Me. That's a painting that has a lot of disabled people in there doing activities, and it is political in the sense that I do want people to focus on seeing people for who they are and what they can do. Another painting called The Oil Field is really about an oil field, and it had no particular meaning other than I know oil fields can be controversial, but I needed something to fill in the design at the bottom for visual interest. Remember I said I like 2 forms. And so I needed, and I thought, well, okay, I'll just use the letters in different variations of colors, and that'll create a texture. So that's how I'm using them. Because I'm a self-taught artist, I'm pretty sure I break some rules. But what I'm thinking about is that my most important goal is to keep the color balance and keep it light. Breaking the rules, I'm sure the perspectives are not always correct. Things are not always the size they should be. Those things are okay because I just want to tell the story. And so if something isn't, if a hand isn't perfect or the drawing isn't perfect, that's okay as long as it tells the story. I wanted to show at McLean because I'd had a very, very positive experience at Marshalltown, Iowa Community College. I liked it because it was really young people coming, and I liked hearing their comments about it, about the work itself. I liked that it wasn't a gallery particularly to sell, but mostly so that people could enjoy it. And I was hoping, since I've exhibited in Illinois and Wisconsin and Iowa, that I could move a little bit further into Illinois and get a little bit of the middle part of the state.